All I can say, Virgo, is wow, it's about freaking time for you. So, welcome, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am the modern day spiritual advisor. I use multiple modalities, including astrology, tarot, mediumship, holistic life coaching, hypnotherapy, all kinds of stuff to help you on your path. So, my gorgeous ones, we have a really great month coming. I would say in the next 3 months, things are going to change so much that you're not even going to recognize some of your life. So, this big thing that everybody's been talking about, we have Uranus moving into Taurus. That is your sister sign. It is going to be so supportive, where you have had to change a lot of things. You've had to do a lot of things. Things weren't going the way that you wanted to in the last 8 years, but it was to help you, to help liberate you, to help you come to understand yourself. This is going to be more on that theme, but things are going to come easier for you because Taurus is your sister sign. And the way that it's trining, the way that it's looking, these are just going to be easier opportunities for you. It's not going to be like it has in the past 8 years. So we have Uranus. I'm just going to give you the highlights. This is what I've been doing because I'm combining astrology and tarot. These can become very long videos. So what I've decided to do is put the more in-depth where I talk about all the aspects and the houses and how that's going to be activated for you. I'm going to do that on my website at yourindigopath2.com. So that'll be for a purchase download if you want that longer version, right? So let's go over the highlights. We have Uranus entering Taurus till 2026, so for the next 8 years. It is in Aries right now. So whatever it's doing in Aries right now, and to me that 29th degree of anything, of any planet or any asteroid or any comet, star, when it gets from the 23rd to the 29th, 23rd, 24th to the 30th degree, that's when it begins its manifestation, like the physical manifestations of what it's going to do, right? So it's in Aries right now. It's moving into Taurus pretty soon, May 15th. That's coming up. So it's moving into Taurus. It will retrograde back to Aries November 26, 2018 through March 26, 2019. We all understand, and if you don't, guess what? Retrogrades are all about amending, reorganizing, editing, completions of things. So these things that you've been working on and maybe you didn't finish up, when it moves into Taurus and then it retrogrades back into Aries, you will see that during that time, things are going to come back into focus for you so that you can complete them. Now remember, this is always a choice, always a choice. You can ignore the energies or you can have them. The great thing is we have this new full moon, this new moon in Taurus, which again, this is like your sister sign. So this is a lot of supporting energies for you. So in your sister sign, it's going to be moving into, so your 8th house was activated, your 9th house is about to be activated. Let me say this: Uranus rules astrology, innovation, metaphysics, new technology, spiritual involvement, that sort of thing, but it likes to shock and awe. And it likes to shock and awe so that it can liberate you, to get you where you want to be, right? So sometimes it moves you in a direction and you're like, no, I was comfortable, I don't want to move. But it's so that you can get to the place that you wanted to be, right? It loves to do that. The 9th house has to do with meeting a guru, meeting a teacher, meeting a mentor. It has to do with your social status becoming higher. It has to do with higher education. It has to do with your belief systems. That's what everybody says. Your philosophy and foreign travel. So with Uranus moving into the sign of Taurus, it's got to behave in a very Taurian way. So whatever house it goes into, it has to play by that house's rules. So Taurus wants stability. Taurus wants security. Taurus wants opulence. Taurus wants physical, tactile, sensual, which is those are all things that you want. That's your sister sign. You guys get along that way. The great thing about you, Virgo, is that you're a mutable sign. You're not fixed. So these changes that Uranus does, you're going to go with the flow. You're going to understand. You're going to be able to move. You're going to be able to go. It's not going to take as long as Taurus would to get these things understood and to bring them forth. Okay? So again, I'll go into more detail in that other video. So you have that new moon in Taurus. You have the full moon in Sagittarius. We have 3 grand trines this month. 3 grand trines. So For those of you that don't know, grand trines are a divinely guided gift. This is a gift you didn't have to work for, you didn't even think about. This is a gift that's been put on your path because it's what you're wanting to experience. So we have three of them. You have the first one is the Earth sign, Earth grand trine. So this is a gift coming to you that is on a physical, tactile level. It's going to cause you to become more stable, more beauty around you, more physicalness around you, more security, financial security. So that's your first grand trine. Then we have a water grand trine. That's going to be bringing you a gift that's going to fulfill you emotionally. So the third grand trine is the fire grand trine. This is a gift that's going to be fulfilling you with passion, with something that your heart has been looking forward to. You know how sometimes you see something or you experience something and you're like, I didn't even know I wanted that until I did it. Like, that's the fire grand trine. Like, I didn't even know I wanted that. I didn't even know I wanted to experience that. I didn't even know that's what I liked until you experience it. That's that gift. So, again, with Uranus moving into your ninth house, you could be doing, in the next 8 years, 7, 8 years, you could be having a bigger understanding, being more spiritually evolved, really getting, meeting a new teacher, going into a higher status, going into higher learning. Maybe you take up astrology. This all kind of happens in the next 7 to 8 years for you. If you could also be meeting someone, if it's time for you, you could be meeting someone that is at a higher status. So you could be meeting someone in business or someone in pleasure or someone in love or some sort of partnership could be going on. You've been dealing with the 8th house, which is about other people's money or combined resources or transformation and understanding your power, right? And that's what Uranus was helping you understand in this, to get you, when Uranus shocks and awes, it's to get you to liberate. It's to liberate you so that you feel better, that you understand better, that you do better, right? It's to help you breathe and help you see. But sometimes if we're so stuck on something, we'll fight it. So Uranus is almost done in Aries, moving into that ninth house. So let's talk about these days. We have on the 13th, again, I don't want to go too in depth. So on the 13th, we have Mercury entering Taurus. So Mercury right now is conjunct Uranus. Mercury comes with a message. Mercury helps process. So Mercury is helping process all these changes that you've gone through, all these things that have happened to you, giving you understanding, giving you messages, giving you the process so that you can keep what you want and let go of what no longer serves you, right? It's to liberate you. And Mercury and Uranus are talking together. They're talking in harmony. They're having a discussion about how to get you there, right? So on the 13th, we have Mercury entering Taurus. So Mercury is bringing Taurus a message. That's your ninth house. That's your understanding. That's your your belief system. That's your philosophy. That's giving you a better social status. So Mercury coming into Taurus could be delivering those types of messages to you. On the 15th, here we go. On the 15th, this is when Uranus enters Taurus. If you can see here. I'm sorry, I'm using two cursors. Hold on a second. So Uranus enters Taurus on the 15th. Again, it'll be here till 2026, retrograding in November 26th. So when Uranus comes in here, this is your ninth house. This is about your belief system. And if your belief system, where you have been working with combined resources, with other people's money, with trying to get a new position, with trying to figure out how you want to live and what you want to do, and do you want a partner and do you not want a partner, like when it moves into Taurus wants to feel stable and secure like you. It wants financial stability like you. And so if that requires somebody to come in and sort of help you with that, or come in and sort of help you have a bigger understanding of that, maybe a life partner comes in during that time to help you understand that it's time for you to want to grow in a partnership instead of having a partner where you're always trying to fix them. Maybe you have a partner that's whole and healed because you've been working on yourself whole and healed, right? So, when it enters Taurus, that's your first grand trine. So you see Pluto and Mars over here in Capricorn, trining this with you. Sorry, with you, Virgo. It's this grand trine that's going to bring you a gift that has to do with your ninth house and I think it's your seventh. Hold on. So this is your ninth, eighth, seven, six, five. I'm sorry, five. So your love relationship. So I'm sorry, your love affair, something that you create from your heart, and that can be a love affair or a project, something that your heart is desiring. Maybe you've been working on something here in your fifth house. Maybe you've been trying to create something, and with Saturn there, Saturn wants you to work at it. Saturn wants to know that you want it. And Pluto's trying to transform you, and Mars has been in there giving you the energy. So maybe you've been really focused on this, trying to figure out, what you want to create, how you see your life, how you want to see your life. Do you see your life with someone? Do you not see your life with someone? What do you want to do? Do you want to travel? Do you want to stay? Like, all of that could be what you're working out. When this Earth Grand Trine comes in, this is something physical. This is to fulfill you physically. So this could be somebody coming in. Or this could be that project finally breaking through, becoming physical, becoming a thing, becoming stable, becoming financially stable. So that will happen on the 15th. You're going to be so supported in this next 7 to 8 years. It's unbelievable. I know you've had a lot of hard times, but now is your time to shine. So then we have your Mars squaring Uranus. So we do have Mars squaring Uranus on the 16th. Hold on a second. Let me move this to the 16th. So we're going to have Mars squaring Uranus on the 16th. So Mars is, again, in your fifth house. Uranus is going to be in your ninth house of belief system. So there could be some push and pull. A square is a harder aspect where they're both trying to get you to the same place, but they're both trying to be leaders, so they're not really listening to each other. Mars is the god of war. Mars wants to do things and think about it later. Mars gives you that energy, that drive, that ambition. So there may be something that you have been trying to bring forth, something that you know is to be true, something that you're not listening to anybody else. But then in this ninth house, something could come through where it helps you have a bigger understanding of, well, maybe I do need a partner. Maybe I do need to collaborate. Maybe I do need to let somebody in. Maybe I do need to do it a different way. Like, that could be happening on the 16th. Just be very aware of that. Because it could be somebody else coming in and trying to help you, and you think they're not trying to help you, or you think that they want something from you. Like, it can turn into that. So on the 19th, let's look at the 19th. On the 19th, we have Venus entering Cancer. So Venus entering Cancer is in this is you right here, Virgo, 12th, 11th house. This is your 11th house of gain. Venus is the planet of love, luck, and money. Venus wants to bring you love, luck, and money in this house of gains. So you are going to be gaining something in a very Cancerian way, right? Cancers like to lead, but they like to lead passively. Cancers are about the home. Cancers are about testing you. Cancers are about loving you, like nurturing you. That's what I'm trying to say. So there could be, in this house of gains, there could be some expansion going on, or some love and luck and money coming on. So you could have a partner coming through here. You could have a partner that you meet through a social network, because this is your social networking. You could have money that comes in from a partner. You could have money comes in from a collaboration. You could have money comes in from a project. Maybe a company wants to work with you. Maybe a project, because your fifth house, you've been working in it. So not only does Venus enter Cancer, but this is your second grand trine. This is a water grand trine. Whatever happens here, this is a gift. This is something you didn't have to think about or work for. This is a gift from God, from Source, from Oneness, from your higher self, from Spirit, from your loved ones, from your angels, from your guides, from the universe, whoever and whatever you your belief system is, right? The name doesn't matter to them. You have your second grand trine, which will fulfill you emotionally. It's about time. It's time that you're getting these things. You've been working hard in these things. You've been really working hard at understanding yourself and why you do the things that you do. You've had some breakthroughs, then you had some delays, then you were trying to work harder, and then you were, oh my gosh. And so now is that time. Now is that time for that gift to come in to emotionally fulfill you. And it's going to come in a very different way than you even think. So trust me, it's just going to come in a very different way than you even think. So that will be happening. The Grand Trine again has to do with Venus in Cancer. We have Neptune in Pisces. And then we have Jupiter in Scorpio. So Jupiter has been in your third house, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Neptune is in your 7th house, understanding relationships. Neptune wants to like break all the boundaries of relationships, but and it's Piscean, so you're understanding that for some of you, maybe you were too guarded. Maybe you had been hurt so much that you were too guarded. Well, with Neptune and Pisces here, they were understanding that not everybody's like that. Maybe you're understanding that you're in a different phase. Maybe that's what you're trying to grow in. Maybe you were understanding to communicate what you wanted, because this is your third house. Communicating what you want, being open, being honest, having integrity. Even if you think they don't understand, just being open and letting them know what you want. All of this has to do with this grand trine. With Cancer and Venus, or Venus and Cancer, Jupiter in Scorpio, and Neptune in Pisces, that's that gift coming to you. So for a lot of you, I feel like you're going to get a partner. And some of you, it's going to be romantic. Some of you, it's going to be a love affair. Some of you, it's going to be in business. Some of you, it's going to be with family members. Like maybe you partner up with a family member. Whatever this is a gift to get you on your path, to help you understand that you are being supported by the universe, that you are being supported by them. So on the 20th, let's look at the 20th. That's the 19th. And then on the 20th, the sun enters Gemini. So the sun is going to move into Gemini, which is in, again, your 10th house. This is your 10th house. So Venus has been in your 10th house. Your 10th house is your career, your stature, your life purpose. And so when the sun comes in here, maybe you got some things, but maybe some things weren't clear. When the sun comes in here, it brightens it up. It clears it up for you. Things come in. It's a better, easier, like when the sun comes in your 10th house, you're shining. Everybody wants to be with you. Everybody wants to see you. Everybody likes you, right? And this is in work. This is in your career. This is in your life purpose. This is in your stature, right? So that's happening in your 10th house. Now on the 25th, so we're going to have this trine with Neptune and Jupiter pretty much most of the month. But on the 25th, it's really prominent. So on the 25th, the trine to me is different than a grand trine. A trine is opportunity, but you have to take the action. You have to accept the offer, right? And what happens with a trine and a sextile is a sextile, you'll see it very clearly. You'll want to do it. You understand the action. It's like that, right? You have to work harder for it, but you understand it. But with a trine, you can get lethargic. Like an opportunity could come in and you can say, oh, well, that's not what I wanted. Or that doesn't look like what I thought it was going to look like. So you may not take it. So, but with it being here most of the month, you have opportunity in your 3rd house and again in your 7th house. So if you're like not looking on the radar and somebody's trying to approach you, or somebody's trying to collab with you, or somebody's trying to like partner with you, or somebody's trying to meet you, you have all month for these opportunities to come through. So again, this is about your 3rd house and your 7th house. So on the 29th, you have the full moon, which is in Sagittarius, and that is in your 4th house. So the full moon in your 4th house. So I'm sorry, new moons are about new beginnings, about your fate, your destiny, about where are you going in the next 30 days. And I have videos on that. I'll have everything I talk about will either be in the description box down below in a link, or I'll have it on the side of this video at the end. So I have what to do with the full moon and how to use the energy for a new moon to manifest, right? So in a full moon, this is about completions. This is about letting go. This is about like moving forward and ending some things and letting go of the energy so that you can have more room for your abundance. This is in your fourth house. Your fourth house is about your lineage, your DNA, why you do the things you do, where you came from, where you're going, right? So with this full moon in Sagittarius, this also is your third grand trine. So this third grand trine has to do with the full moon in Sagittarius, the north node in your 12th house, which you've been really working at, and Chiron in Aries. And I'm going to do a video on Chiron in Aries and Uranus in Taurus. I'm going to do a video series again on my website. So this grand trine is the third grand trine. This is going to be something that's going to be fulfilling your passion. It's going to give you excitement. It's going to give you that thirst for life again. It's going to give you that thing to engage in life again. Okay? So, congratulations. You have a great month. I know a lot of you are sort of gun shy because of the things that have happened, and you thought you knew what you knew, and then it didn't work, and then it wasn't working, and then you didn't do it right, or you thought you didn't do it right, and then back in the day you were doing it and it did it right, but this time it's not doing it right. Like, it was really confusing for you, and so you sort of become not so confident in some of the things that you've learned. But this is what this next 7 and 8 years, actually this is what this next 3 months is about too, to help you get more confident, to bring those things into the physical, to understand that time of your life is over. It was about you discovering you. Okay, does that make sense? So let's look at your, make sure I don't mess this up. Let's look at your tarot reading. All right, here we go. So this is the same 4-card spread I did last time. The first position is about you and your how you are, your position in May. The second one is your challenge. The third one is your fate and destiny. And the fourth one is the overall theme, the outcome, what you're kind of dealing with, okay? So in your first position, you have the Ace of Cups. I'll bring it over here if you'd like. So you have the Ace of Cups. That is a beautiful beginning. So you had some beginnings. See the cup? It's empty. You have to fill it. You have new starts. You have new beginnings. This was Uranus and Aries, making you begin new things. And you're okay with that because you are a mutable sign. You can have beginnings. You can change. You know how to adapt. And so you've sort of done this with a lot of faith right now, but you've still sort of become a little gun shy. So this is you. Maybe you had some starts. Maybe you got that position. Maybe you have a new love, or maybe you have a new love affair. You're trying to figure out, is this a love affair or is this a relationship? Well, that's going to become very clear by the end of May and into June. Okay. And also we are in the shadow of Mars right now. So really pay attention to what's going on in this love affair and this thing that you're creating, because whatever is prominent now is what you're going to be amending, readjusting, fixing, completing at the end of June. And it's going to be going on from the end of June to the end of August, right? So pay attention this month. Anyway, so you had some new beginnings. This is something that's going to emotionally fulfill you. You kind of have a feeling about that, but you're trying to do it the right way. I kind of feel like a lot of you are gun shy. You're like not trusting yourself, and it's time to trust yourself again. So good for you. New beginnings. Now, this is your challenge. Your challenge is, I don't want to make the wrong move. The Two of Swords. You see the Two of Swords? She's ready to move. She's okay with moving. She just wants to make the right move. That's you. Like, I just want to make the right one. You know, the last time that I didn't make the right decision and I was kind of flippant about it, it sort of almost destroyed me. That's kind of what I'm feeling, right? So if you look, she feels like she can't see or doesn't have enough information. But if you look, she's got, not only does she have it sheer in front of her, but it's indigo or it's purple, which means intuitively she knows. She's just not trusting herself. And so when we get this card, Spirit asks us to really go within, trust yourself, and make the decision, because you have everything within you to know the answer. That's what they're saying. That's your challenge. Your challenge is to trust you. So in your third position, this is your fate and destiny. For some of you, look at that Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands to me is more about the characteristic and not gender specific. So the queen, this is a beautiful queen. This queen is going to make you smile and laugh and be excited and help you think outside the box and help you live life outside the box. It's a breath of fresh air that you're needing. This is a person coming to help you. This is a person that doesn't fail. This is a person that puts their heart and soul in everything they do, or they don't do it. That's how they are. And not only are they here to help you, but they're here to help you rediscover that in yourself. Okay? So, for some of you, that could be a love partner. For some of you, it could be just a business partner or a friend, a good friend, one that doesn't take advantage, one that really wants to be on your team, wants to believe in you or does believe in you. But you'll see that. And that's what's coming. Maybe it's a mentor, maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's a philosopher, maybe it's a guru. This person's coming to help you see and understand and raise your belief system or expand your belief system or expand your philosophy and understanding about humanity, about why you're here, about what you want to do. That's for some of you. For others of you, I see this being you. I see you getting back into that fire, getting back into that passion, doing things because it comes from your heart and your soul. You were there one time. You're just a little gun shy right now, but you're going to get back there. That's your fate. That's your destiny. That's where you're headed. So congratulations. Now, in your fourth position, this is the overall theme. This is what you'll be working through. You'll be working through your magic. You'll be working through pulling the tricks out of your bag, your resources, your experiences. Virgo, you're going to come to a time in this next 7 years, but, really mainly a lot in this first 6 months to a year. You're going to look back and you're going to say, that's why I had to do that way. That's why I had to learn that. That's why I had to go through that. That's why that was a challenge. I can see you doing that because you're going to say, when that person comes in or that situation comes in, you're going to be like, oh, that's why. I already know what to do. And it's not going to take me forever to learn it because I already did it. That's what I see you doing. Pulling from your resources. Really understanding that your experiences never leave you. They may be gone, but they never leave you. And you pull from them. And you can make things happen again. You can. You just have to have confidence in yourself. This has to do with your ninth house of belief system. Not believing in the universe, believing in yourself. All right, my gorgeous ones. I love you, love you, love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful month. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you see. And don't forget to look at my website because we have the new Love You, Love You, Love You gear, which was in the making for about 2 years, and the zodiac signs. Bye.